Okay, we are back. We are back in the workshop, the garage, with another project or whatever you want to call it that we about to embark on. This project is titled Get the 450 Back Running, the last hurrah. This being a 2014 KX450, I don't really want to dump too much more money into it. When I rebuilt it last time and refreshed it, I spent over at least $1,500 or so. No, maybe, I don't know how much I spent. Maybe I need to go recalculate, but I spent a lot, at least $1,000. I don't know if it was quite $1,500, but I didn't spend more than that on this little XR100, but that's here nor there. Anyway, we're going to try to get it back running. The main problem is, for whatever reason, it seems like it's leaking from both the cylinder base gasket, as you can see right there. Brand new green gasket. You can see it's oily and looks like there's moisture there. That's because there is. There's oil. And also when you run it from this cylinder head gasket, is leaking too. So to fix what we're gonna do this time is I bought chromatic gaskets, which are, I think they're made of aluminum, and we're gonna use some Permatex gasket maker along with that. Let it heal overnight. I would say let it heal. Let it cure overnight before even testing it too. So that shit. Other than that, it ran good. Compression was good, but we just got a little leak that we can't have. Because if it's leaking oil, might be leaking air, running lean. That's just not good. And we got to figure out why we're so crooked up front. For whatever reason, well, we know the reason, but we can't figure out the culprit because these are new bars that I don't like. Somebody got to put me on the right bars for a KX. I bought some. I thought they were Kawasaki bend, but they're terrible. They bend in towards you for whatever reason, not straight out or however they're supposed to be, but they're bending way towards you too much. But anyway, I think they're Tuss, so I think I was going cheap. Shouldn't have, but I put the new bars on and it's still crooked, so I think it's the bar clamps. It's pretty cheap to get an OEM set, even though these are a not so cheap Mika Metal set, but if the shaft in the inside is pretty much damaged, I don't know what all you can do other than replace, The bushings on there should be good. Probably could reuse those, but they shouldn't be too worn. They don't got that many hours on them, but I'm really curious to see what's wrong, why my bars are still bent. So, start breaking this bike down. Let's do it.
One eternity later.
Okay, here we go. Made some progress on the bike. This is the next day. Broke it down some, then I had to, do some adulting stuff. But anyway, bars off. The whole front end bar wise is apart. Because we were mainly trying to see what is wrong. Excuse me. Just don't like how that was stressing, it's stressing, bending that way. Anyway, trying to figure out why the bars were kind of wonky. I think I just kind of got to reset the whole front end because wasn't the bars. Triple clamp looks pretty, pretty good. No really cracks or bends. These don't look really too damaged. The bushings only got a few hours on them. Took off the mounts. The mounts look straight. So, I don't know. Probably end up taking the bushings out all the way. Take all these out all the way. Loosen up the clamps on the forks, you know. Make sure they're even, set right. Loosen up the axle, you know, just reset the front end. Did a halfway oil change, drained all the oil, new crush washer, new air filter, oil filter, took off the gas tank and all the plastic. So now I wonder why I got a few spots like this on my radiator hoses that are showing like they were leaking or something. I don't know. I think this might just be excess for me laying it down and then sitting on the side. But either way, it shouldn't really show no excess like that. Somewhere else I saw that on here too. Like inside of here. But anyway, so the next step, drain the coolant. Probably use some compressed air to blow out around the head so nothing falls through the valve cover, none of that. And then, you know, it's not too crazy of a job. I'm gonna try to find something to put my antifreeze in because that engine ice is not old at all. So I want to save that. But other than that, man, let's get this bike broken down so we can get these new gaskets on. Let's do it. Okay, as you can see, we made a lot of progress, which was not much in the first place, but a lot of progress nonetheless. We got the cylinder off, the cylinder head off, valve cover, valve cap, cam caps, cam chain is loose and all the good stuff. Everything still looks good, of course. These are the old gaskets. Don't know what's sure that, you know, what made it fail. But this time we're just gonna clean the gasket surface extra good. We got some carb cleaner, brake cleaner. I got this little tool, little scraper tool to help scrape the surfaces. We're gonna be using these Cometic, you know, gaskets. Thicker gaskets. They're made of, all of them are made of aluminum. This cylinder head gasket is made of aluminum for some reason. I don't know what happened with this one. This was OEM. This was OEM and this one was Pro X, the other one. Or I think they might have been both Pro X. I don't know. But this time we got Cometic, and also we're going to be using Permatex gasket, Ultra Black, just to make sure. Other than that, the bike was running good. It's just oil leaks, probably got air leaks, and we don't want that. So let's get these surfaces cleaned up, get these new gaskets on, get everything buttoned together. Let's do it. Okay, update with the KX450. As we were taking the head off, taking the cylinder off, getting ready for the new gaskets. Last minute, right before I was about to put everything back together, I noticed something. As you can see here, the piston ring, the very bottom ring, I believe one of the oil rings, is broken. As you can see, that ring looks fine. This ring has a normal gap on it. That ring has a normal gap on it, but that is not a normal gap. And you can see this is the side that it broke off on. Here, the left side looks really damaged. Right side looks nice, smooth, and straight. So, even though this was a Wiseco forged piston with the Wiseco rings and everything. I'm pretty sure it's the same as OEM. So put an order at Rocky Mountain for some OEM parts. We got an OEM piston ring set, somewhere around like $40 if you were wondering. And this little piece of the radiator hose that had some damage to it. Then I was leaking and stuff. So we're gonna get these new parts on, starting with the being clumsy. Starting with these new rings, OEM. So let's get those on. And
took you long enough.
okay, everything with the new piston rings went in smoothly. Got them all lined up, facing away from each other. Now it's time to get that towel out of there, put some gasket material on, put the gasket down, and put some gasket material on top of that, and then put the cylinder down so we make sure we ain't got no leaks this time. Let's do it. Well, first I am going to lube up the cylinder and the piston in the ring. So let me do that first. Okay, as you can see, bike is pretty much buttoned back together. The new rings are on. We did make a little bit of a mess with the gasket maker. But I'm gonna clean that up. I just want to make sure it runs and doesn't leak nowhere, and then I'm gonna just go through with a razor blade and clean that up. But new chromatic gaskets on there with the Permatex. Check the valves, everything's good to go. This is the radiator part that I've changed. As you can see, has some damage there. Wanted to get that changed, and it was leaking for whatever reason. So $10 part, swap that out. Now we just gotta get the gas tank on, radiator fluid, get some oil in it, and we'll be ready for the first start. I'm ready. Ready to get the 450 back, I tell you that. Seven, 8 months ago, when I originally did the top end on the 450, everything went almost flawless, bro. Like, it was really a smooth deal. Like, other than me thinking I lost some dowel pins and whatever. Speaking of dowel pins, we got two things wrong with this. One, that's not even the most major issue, is we got oil leaking out the weep hole. Hard to really see. Oil is leaking out the weep hole. That means that little stupid ass O-ring in there near the spark plug hole or whatever It's either misaligned, not on there. I might need to order a new one. It's fucking irritating. Secondly, speaking of fucking dowel pins, do you see what the fuck that is in there? Speaking of motherfucking dowel pins, somehow this fucker fell out of the valve cover onto here, took it on a test ride, and it didn't get lost. I'm glad I saw it. Well, because I gotta take the valve cover off anyway. No, the cylinder head anyway. Why does it keep losing focus? Anyway, I'm just irritated, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like crazy, bro. Now I gotta take this shit all apart again, bro. Just ordered handlebars and everything, bro. I don't even... I wrecked this thing 7 months ago. Haven't really rode it in 7 months. I finally get down to fix it, and this dumbass shit happens, bro.